여러분 안녕하세요. Lately, a video about studying Korean I made a couple years ago has been getting a lot of views, so per request I wanted to make more videos like that. And the first video I wanted to make was fun ways to study Korean. My last video was a little serious. So I thought, why not make a fun video? And recently in Korean class, my professor really emphasizes fun study methods. So the first fun method I've used to study Korean is kind of obvious for K-pop stans. I know not all Korean learners are K-pop stans, but a lot of us are. And that is studying lyrics. I love studying lyrics. I think it's a really good way to learn specific vocabulary, which is pretty cool. So this is how I do it. So this is what my finished notes will look like after I analyze a song's lyrics. And the way that I get to this point is, first of all, obviously looking up the lyrics just on Google or whatever, and then finding things that I don't understand in the lyrics. So I'll use this app called Papago. It's kind of like Google Translate, but a lot better for Korean. And I also really recommend the Naver Dictionary, English Korean dictionary. Yeah, it's the best online dictionary by far for Korean. And it also includes usages from VLive. Spotify also has this karaoke thing now. And the next method that I use is watching TV shows. You can obviously watch any kind of media, but I like watching things on Netflix because there's some extensions that have really helpful subtitles, and I think the same goes for the website Viki. Back when Viki was mostly free, I used to use this one all the time. So the Chrome extension is called Language Reactor, and so you have the option to use this extension on a bunch of YouTube videos. Here's one random one, for example. There's also some shows on there like Knowing Brothers. Something really nice is that you can choose your country for Netflix, and they'll tell you which K-dramas with subtitles are on there. For example, you just put your mouse over a word and it translates it for you. You can also hide the English subs, which is great. I think the best way to watch YouTube videos is to find a channel that always puts Korean subtitles on a Korean video, because I know if there's English subtitles on a Korean video, I always just read the subtitles. I don't like get enough input. But if there's Korean subtitles, I think it's a happy medium of listening and trying to understand it. If I don't know what they said or they were talking too fast, then I can read the subtitles and like get a gist for what they were saying. You can also read webtoons. There are a lot of webtoons out there for free, and I also think that's a good resource. This is the Naver Webtoon website. They also have a really good app, and there are so many to choose from with all kinds of genres, like action, sports, cute girly stuff. There's like everything. This one is Yoshin Kangnim. It's really popular. Possible spoiler alert if you're reading it, but here's what it looks like. Another method for fun study. I recently bought a Nintendo Switch, and I like playing Animal Crossing on it, and you can change your user interface language. So I changed my user interface language to Korean, and I think it's really fun because I'm not sure how to describe it, but the characters on Animal Crossing kind of talk in some like dialect, Saturi, so it's really cute and it's kind of hard to understand, but I think it's still fun, and it's a good way to expose yourself to more Korean.
혼잣말로 중얼거리면서 밑밥을 까는 게 레퍼토리가 똑같습니다. 방글이는 사플이 안 되나 봅니다. 그게 네 실력이지 뭐.
My main point though is that while doing some of these fun ways to study, they can be fun and all, but like you still have to make sure that you're memorizing the vocabulary, you're learning the grammar, pause the K-drama, look up the grammar, maybe make a Quizlet for the vocabulary is what I really like to do. Also, just overall, I think it's super important to have a goal when you're studying a language. I'll sign up for my topic, even though like I know I don't need to take it for any specific reason, but I just like to have that goal every year of trying to get a higher level on my topic or to get better scores, but it doesn't have to be test scores. I know when I was living in Korea, my biggest goal was just to be able to speak to people, so my goal was to be able to set up like a phone contract in Korean, and yeah, I was super happy when I did that, even though I was speaking really awkwardly, but I did it. So that was my goal then. So yeah, I think just take some time to think of a goal that's like attainable, but you'll have to work for it. It makes your studying more rewarding, especially if you've been studying for a while and you're kind of at a point where you don't enjoy studying as much anymore, because I've been in that point before. Like maybe after you finish a textbook and you don't really know what to do yet. It's a good point to start setting a specific goal. Another thing is to involve other people in your studies. So even if you don't have any IRL friends who like to study languages, it's really helpful to like have internet friends. So I've been in a part of the StudyGram community for a while, and I find it really motivational to see other people studying every day and to post, you know, how many hours they studied that day. And that really helps me. Maybe I'm more competitive than I think. I recommend trying to join a community like that. I'm at a point right now though that it just became too much of a distraction, so I had to delete Instagram because I have no self-control. But anyways, it was really helpful for the time being. Speaking of study routine, if anyone's interested, I might make a video about what it's like to study Korean as a major, what my classes are like, what classes I have to take for a Korean major, and what my experience has been in my faculty and my department. So let me know if anybody's interested in that. Let me just say I'm sorry about my hair. I accidentally cut my bangs really wonky and I can't figure out how to fix them, so I'm just looking like this right now. So yeah, that's all for today, and I think my next video will be about the time I spent in Korea and the Korean language academy that I went to, because I think I have a lot of like useful experiences in that department. So yeah, see you guys later. And thanks for all the new subscribers, I really appreciate it.